Do you often find yourself staring at the ceiling when the clock barely ticks past 3 in the morning? It's a lonely feeling, isn't it? The house is quiet. The rest of the world seems to be asleep. But there you are, wide awake, counting the minutes until the sun comes up. Maybe you drift off again for an hour or so, only to wake up feeling even more tired and groggy than before. This isn't just a minor inconvenience. It's a painful reality for so many of us as we get a little older. That early morning wake up can steal your energy, dull your focus, and just generally make every day feel like an uphill battle. It can affect your mood, your memory, even your desire to get out and enjoy life. But what if I told you there's a real reason this happens? And it's not simply just getting old. There's a secret to why so many seniors find themselves in this predicament. And more importantly, there are very practical, simple ways to change it. In this video, we're going to uncover the truth behind those frustrating 3 a.m. wake-up calls and explore specific habits that can help you reclaim your nights, ensuring you get the deep, restorative sleep you deserve. These aren't complicated medical procedures or expensive solutions, but rather gentle adjustments to your daily life that can make a world of difference. So, stay with me. Because if you've been struggling with those early morning awakenings, this could be the information that finally helps you sleep soundly through the night. Watch to the end for something that will truly surprise you about your sleep. Let's begin by understanding one of the biggest reasons why that 3 a.m. wake-up call becomes so common as we age. And what we can do about it. It's all about our internal clock, our circadian rhythm, and how it reacts to the world around us. Think of your body as having a master clock deep inside your brain, which is finely tuned to the light and darkness of the day. This clock dictates when you feel sleepy and when you feel awake, and it also governs the release of important hormones like melatonin, often called the sleep hormone. As we get older, this internal clock can start to shift forward, meaning it tells your body to wake up earlier than it used to. It's like someone secretly moved your alarm clock forward an hour or two without telling you. So, the 3 a.m. wake-up isn't necessarily because you finished your sleep cycle. It might be your body genuinely thinking it's time to start the day. The good news is, we have a powerful tool to reset this clock, and it's something incredibly simple light. Specifically, morning light. When you expose yourself to bright light first thing in the morning, ideally within an hour of waking up, you send a strong signal to your brain that it's morning time. This helps to anchor your circadian rhythm, telling your body, okay, this is when the day starts. Think about it if you wake up, pull the curtains back, and let the natural light flood in. Or even better, step outside for a few minutes while you have your morning cup of tea or coffee. You are actively helping to recalibrate your internal clock, even on cloudy days. Natural light is far more effective than indoor lighting for this purpose. Just 10 to 20 minutes can make a significant difference. It's not about staring directly at the sun, of course, but simply being in the natural light. Compare this to someone who wakes up in a dark room, stays inside with dim lights, and only encounters significant light much later in the morning. Their internal clock doesn't get that clear morning signal, and it can remain out of sync, leading to those frustrating early awakenings. This isn't a quick fix. Mind you, it's a consistent habit. Doing this every single morning, even on weekends, is crucial. If you sleep in and miss your usual morning light exposure, you're essentially telling your body's clock that the start time for your day is flexible, which can contribute to the very problem we're trying to solve. So, consistent wake-up times, paired with consistent morning light exposure, are foundational now. Alongside synchronizing your internal clock with morning light, another critical element to address for a peaceful night's sleep, especially when those 3 a.m. wake-ups are a problem, is what you do in the hours leading up to bedtime. This brings us to a major culprit for many seniors, the evening wind-down routine, and, more specifically, our relationship with screens. Think about your evenings. Are you scrolling through your tablet, watching TV, or checking emails on your phone right up until the moment your head hits the pillow? If so, you're not alone. But this habit is a significant disruptor to your body's natural sleep processes. Our modern lives are filled with artificial light, especially the blue light emitted from electronic screens. This blue light is particularly problematic because it mimics daylight, tricking your brain into thinking it's still daytime. When your brain gets these daytime signals late into the evening, it suppresses the production of melatonin, that crucial sleep-inducing hormone we talked about earlier. Melatonin is what helps you feel drowsy and prepares your body for sleep. If its production is delayed or reduced, you might find it harder to fall asleep, or you might find your sleep is lighter and more prone to those early morning awakenings. Your body simply hasn't gotten the full signal that it's time to deeply rest. So, the actionable step here is to create a deliberate, screen-free wind-down period before bed. Aim for at least 1 to 2 hours, if not more, where you put away your phone, tablet, and turn off the television. Instead, fill this time with relaxing, non-stimulating activities. What does that look like? It could be anything that brings you calm and peace. Perhaps you enjoy reading a physical book or a magazine. The tactile sensation of turning pages and the absence of a glowing screen can be incredibly soothing. Maybe you prefer listening to some gentle music, a classical piece, or some calming instrumental tracks. For others, it might be a quiet conversation with a loved one, a bit of light stretching or gentle yoga, or even a warm bath or shower. The goal is to signal to your body that the day is winding down, that it's safe to relax, and that sleep is on its way. Imagine settling into a comfortable armchair with a warm, caffeine-free herbal tea, perhaps a chamomile or lavender blend, and simply being present. This transition from the active, stimulating day to a quiet, restful night is often overlooked, but it's vital, especially for older adults whose sleep patterns are already a bit more fragile. It's like gently dimming the lights in your own internal world, preparing for the deepest darkness of sleep. Now that we've discussed the power of morning light and a calming evening routine, let's turn our attention to what you put into your body, particularly in the hours before bed. Moving on from screen time, let's talk about what we consume, and perhaps more importantly, when we consume it. This can be a huge factor in why some of us wake up at 3 a.m. Specifically, I'm thinking about food and drinks, especially in the evening. Many people don't realize the significant impact that late-night meals, certain types of food, and particular beverages can have on sleep quality, leading to those frustrating early morning awakenings. First, consider heavy meals. Eating a large, rich, or spicy meal too close to bedtime forces your digestive system to work overtime when it should be winding down. Your body is busy breaking down food and processing nutrients, rather than preparing for rest. This can lead to discomfort, indigestion, heartburn, or even just a general feeling of internal activity that prevents deep, continuous sleep. Imagine trying to fall asleep while a party is going on inside your stomach. It's just not conducive to peaceful slumber. Aim to finish your last meal at least 2 to 3 hours before you plan to go to bed. This gives your body ample time to digest, allowing it to shift its focus from digestion to rest and repair. So, if you plan to be asleep by 10 p.m., try to have dinner wrapped up by 7 or 7:30 p.m. Next, let's talk about stimulants and depressants, specifically caffeine and alcohol. Most of us know that caffeine can keep us awake, but its effects can linger in your system for much longer than you might think. A cup of coffee at 4 p.m. might seem harmless. But for many older adults, the caffeine could still be circulating in their system hours later, disrupting the natural sleep architecture and leading to fragmented sleep or, you guessed it, those early morning awakenings. Even though alcohol might initially make you feel drowsy and help you fall asleep faster, it's a deceptive friend. As your body processes the alcohol, it actually disrupts your sleep cycle later in the night, particularly the restorative REM sleep. It can lead to more frequent awakenings, lighter sleep, and often that unpleasant 3 a.m. jolt. Plus, alcohol is a diuretic, which means it increases urine production, potentially leading to more trips to the bathroom during the night. The advice here is simple but effective: limit caffeine intake to the morning hours, perhaps cutting off by midday or early afternoon. And be very mindful of alcohol consumption in the evening, ideally avoiding it entirely for several hours before bed. Consider a soothing herbal tea instead, like chamomile or peppermint, which can aid relaxation. Finally, while staying hydrated is incredibly important, the timing of your fluid intake also plays a role in nighttime awakenings. If you're someone who finds themselves making multiple trips to the bathroom during the night, especially around that 3 a.m. mark, you might be drinking too much too close to bedtime. It's a delicate balance. You don't want to dehydrate yourself, but you also want to avoid your bladder being the reason you're consistently waking up. A good strategy is to front-load your fluid intake earlier in the day. Drink plenty of water throughout the morning and afternoon, and then gradually reduce your intake as the evening progresses. Try to stop drinking large quantities of fluids about 2 hours before you go to bed. If you need a small sip of water during the night, that's perfectly fine, but try to avoid big gulps. This simple adjustment can significantly reduce the need for nighttime bathroom breaks, allowing for more continuous sleep. Remember, these are all about gentle adjustments and finding what works best for your body, leading us to our next key habit for better sleep: smart movement. Now that we've considered what we put into our bodies and when, let's talk about the incredible power of movement and how timing it just right can be a game changer for getting past those 3 a.m. wake-ups. It's no secret that regular physical activity is good for us, but for many seniors, it's particularly potent for improving sleep quality. When we engage in moderate physical activity during the day, we help our bodies expend energy in a healthy way. This isn't about becoming an Olympic athlete. It's about incorporating consistent, gentle movement into your daily routine. Think about a brisk walk in your neighborhood, gardening, swimming, or even light dancing. When your body is appropriately tired from physical exertion, it's more likely to seek and achieve deeper, more restorative sleep at night. It helps regulate your body temperature, eases tension, and can even reduce symptoms of restless legs, a common culprit for those early morning awakenings. However, the timing of this movement is absolutely crucial. While exercise is beneficial, engaging in intense physical activity too close to bedtime can actually be counterproductive. When you exercise vigorously, your body temperature rises, and your brain becomes more alert and stimulated. It takes time for your body to cool down and for your mind to settle. If you're exercising intensely within 3 to 4 hours of going to bed, you might find it harder to fall asleep or stay asleep, potentially leading to those very 3 a.m. wake-ups we're trying to avoid. So, the golden rule is to schedule your more vigorous activities earlier in the day. A morning stroll after breakfast, a mid-afternoon swim, or some light yard work are all excellent choices. If you do feel the need to move in the evening, stick to very gentle activities like a slow, leisurely walk, some gentle stretching, or light yoga poses that are specifically designed for relaxation. The goal is to wind down, not rev up. This strategic approach to movement ensures that you're benefiting from its sleep-enhancing properties without creating new hurdles for your nighttime rest. It's about working with your body's natural rhythms, not against them. Finally, we need to talk about the environment you sleep in, your sleep sanctuary, and why optimizing it can be the missing piece to finally sleeping past 3 a.m. It might seem obvious, but many people overlook just how much their bedroom setup affects their ability to get consistent, deep sleep. Your bedroom should be a haven, a place solely associated with rest and relaxation, not a storage unit, an office, or an entertainment hub. The 3 main pillars of a perfect sleep sanctuary are darkness, quiet, and temperature. Let's start with darkness. Even a tiny bit of light can disrupt your sleep, especially as we age. Streetlights filtering through the window, the glow of an alarm clock, or even a charging phone can be enough to interfere with melatonin production and signal to your brain that it's not truly night. The solution is to make your bedroom as dark as possible. Invest in blackout curtains or blinds that completely block out external light. Cover up any glowing electronics or use an eye mask if needed. The darker your room, the stronger the signal to your brain that it's time for deep rest, helping you stay asleep longer. Next, consider quiet. Our brains continue to process sounds even when we're asleep, and unexpected noises can easily pull us out of deep sleep or light sleep, again contributing to those early morning awakenings. Traffic, noisy neighbors, even the hum of a refrigerator can be disruptive. While you can't control every sound, you can mitigate many of them. Consider using earplugs, which can be incredibly effective. Another popular solution is a white noise machine or an app that plays soothing sounds like rain, ocean waves, or gentle static. These sounds don't block out noise, but rather create a consistent, low-level sound that masks sudden disturbances, allowing your brain to filter them out and remain undisturbed. This consistent soundscape can be incredibly comforting and help your mind settle into a deeper state of rest. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly for many seniors, is temperature. Our bodies naturally experience a slight dip in core temperature as we prepare for sleep, and maintaining a cool environment helps facilitate this process. A room that's too warm can make it difficult to fall asleep and can also lead to fragmented sleep or early awakenings. Most sleep experts agree that the ideal sleep temperature is somewhere between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. Experiment to find what feels most comfortable for you, but generally, cooler is better than warmer. This might mean adjusting your thermostat, using lighter blankets, or ensuring good ventilation in your room. Also, make sure your mattress and pillows are comfortable and supportive. An old, lumpy mattress or a pillow that doesn't properly support your neck can cause discomfort and restless sleep, leading to those unwanted awakenings. Investing in a good quality mattress or adding a comfortable topper can make a huge difference. By transforming your bedroom into a true sleep sanctuary, dark, quiet, and cool, you are creating the optimal conditions for your body to achieve the restorative, uninterrupted sleep that helps you stay asleep past that notorious 3 a.m. mark. So, we've covered a lot of ground today, haven't we? It all comes back to understanding that those frustrating 3 a.m. wake-ups aren't just an inevitable part of getting older. They're often a signal that a few simple adjustments can make a world of difference. We started by looking at how crucial it is to resynchronize your internal clock, your body's natural rhythm, by embracing consistent morning light exposure and keeping a regular wake-up time. Even on weekends, that strong signal to your brain in the morning helps set the stage for better sleep later. Then, we delved into the importance of winding down properly in the evening, making a conscious effort to ditch the screens well before bedtime and embrace relaxing activities that truly signal to your body that it's time to prepare for rest. Remember, what you put into your body matters too, especially in the evening. Avoiding heavy meals, cutting off caffeine by midday, and being mindful of alcohol consumption a few hours before bed can prevent your digestive system or stimulants from disrupting your precious sleep. We also discussed the powerful role of physical activity, not just moving your body, but timing that movement strategically to ensure it promotes sleep rather than hinders it. Gentle, moderate exercise earlier in the day is your best friend. And finally, we explored how transforming your bedroom into a true sleep sanctuary, making it dark, quiet, and cool creates the ideal environment for deep, uninterrupted rest, preventing those external disturbances from pulling you out of sleep. It might feel like a lot to take in, but remember, you don't have to overhaul everything all at once. Even picking just 1 or 2 of these habits to focus on for a week or 2 can begin to shift your sleep patterns in a positive direction. Be patient with yourself and listen to your body. Some days might be better than others, and that's perfectly normal. The key is consistency and gentle persistence. You deserve to wake up feeling refreshed, energized, and ready to embrace each day fully. Good sleep isn't a luxury. It's a fundamental pillar of good health, happiness, and vitality at any age. Imagine the difference it would make to your day, your mood, your memory, if you could consistently sleep through the night until a more natural, refreshing wake-up time. It's absolutely possible, and you have the power to make these changes. I truly hope this conversation has given you some valuable insights and practical tools to tackle those early morning wake-ups. I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these strategies before? What has worked for you? Or what challenges are you facing? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your wisdom could help someone else who's struggling. If you found this video helpful and uplifting, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. We're here to share more practical advice and encouragement to help you live your best life at every age. Thank you for spending this time with me. Here's to many nights of sound, peaceful sleep,